Hello, and thank you for listening to this episode of the Mars October Rants. Today, I wanted to talk about something. I don't really know what I'm going to name it or what it really is called, but I'm just going to just start talking. It's about how people are just so emotional nowadays. Like, you go through life and, you see people and you talk to people and you interact with people. And I don't know about other countries, because obviously I've talked about how I'm an American, but, in America, people are very, very, very emotional. They act on their emotions in every situation. And it comes to the point where it's very difficult to have any type of dialogue with a lot of people nowadays because they're so emotional with everything. They're so emotional, and they jump to conclusions and they get all in their feelings. And then, it really takes away from their ability to have rational thoughts or have a rational, mature discussion. It's just, people are so emotional nowadays and just so like indulging and just acting on any emotion they feel in that moment. And, a lot of it is just a lie, and, if people would just stop and really think about what they're about to say or think about their emotions and just wait a couple minutes, like I've said it before, like if you just wait for like a couple of minutes before you respond or just give it some time, you'll find that your opinion may change, because people just operate on their emotions so much in this world. And it's insane. Like how, like you're trying to talk to somebody and they're all in their feelings and they're getting all upset, and it really affects their ability to have a rational discussion. And it goes on so much, obviously with women, but with men too. And it really affects the ability to talk to people a lot, especially in group chats when you're, joining a new group chat and you're trying to talk to new people, and, you say something that someone doesn't agree with, and that's fine. It's just how they react. They're just so emotional, and I've already talked about taking things personally and how I'm personally trying not to do that anymore. But, a lot of people do take things personally, and, they get very upset. They feel very attacked. They go into like attack mode and they start attacking you, and they get all emotional and in their feelings, and, it's just a mess. And it's so fucking difficult to have a conversation with people nowadays. I've been saying this a couple times now. I've been repeating myself, but it's so fucking hard because you feel like you're making progress with somebody. You feel like you're having a good discussion. And then you say something in particular, like I said, that they don't agree with, and they just go off on you and they get all in their feelings, and they just start firing off and saying shit that they don't really think. And, it can ruin an entire conversation. It can literally ruin a friendship. It can ruin, it can ruin a relationship, if, they get in their feelings and things are said that can't be taken back. So, it's not really something that I can control myself. I can't control people's emotions, and I can't stop them from being all in their feelings when they're talking about something. So there's nothing really that I can do but, try to set a good example and not do that myself, because maybe someone will see me not doing it and that will inspire them. All I can do is be the best version of myself and just try to be the best and spread a good example. Because, like I said, you can't control the world. You can't stop all the emotion and overreactions in the world. You just have to do the best you can, and hopefully people will see you and follow along. But, there's nothing you can really do about it. It's just really good to rant about this sometimes. But, I try really hard to get along with people, and I try really hard to not butt heads with people. But, sometimes when they're all in their emotions and they're getting all upset and they're getting all emotional, sometimes I will snap back at them, because I think sometimes their behavior is unacceptable. And sometimes the things they say when they're emotional are very uncalled for and very disrespectful. But, they're emotional and they're in their feelings. So a lot of the time they don't even really understand what they're saying, and they don't really believe what they're saying half the time. So, you really shouldn't take it all that personally. A lot of the times people just start spewing a bunch of shit, and then they're like shocked that they even said it. They're like fucking like out of their mind, And, it all stems back to the whole not taking things personally, because, I've said this before and I said it in another rant. A lot of people, they don't even know what they're going to have for dinner that night. Never mind how they feel about a situation. People are always changing, like I said. So I try not to take these emotional people very seriously, because a lot of the time, you'll see them screaming and yelling, and then maybe an hour later. Yeah, that happened in like this chat room. We're all on video. We're talking. These two people had a disagreement. They started screaming at each other. Insults are being thrown back and like disagreements. And then like cut to like an hour and a half later, they're talking again and getting along, and everyone's just in the group chat on videos, just talking, getting along. Like, things change. People's opinions change. People's emotions change throughout. Even like in an hour, people can have a change of heart. So, I really try not to take people's emotions that seriously. But, everyone gets emotional every now and then, I guess. But, being emotional is not a bad thing. It's just how you control it. And you have to have self-control and not let it affect you or other people in such a negative way. And it like really makes a lot of situations become very fucking toxic. And, it's really hard to deal with it, because I don't know what to do. Like, should I call them out on it? Should I tell them it's disrespectful? Should I just let it go? I guess it depends on the situation, because some things I can't let go. But if someone's being like blatantly disrespectful and saying a bunch of awful, horrible, evil things because they're upset with me and emotional, even though I didn't really, a lot of the time too, like, I'm not even trying to hurt their feelings. I'm not really trying to upset them purposefully. They're taking things and twisting them in the wrong way and then getting upset by it. So, it's a case by case basis with people, but, that's enough for now for the rant. I really appreciate you listening to this, and I really don't really know what I'm going to, really, label this rant. I don't really know what it would be called, but, it'll probably be something about how people are emotional. But anyways, thanks for listening. Have a good one, and I'll make more videos soon. Bye-bye.